Okay, just make sure we're recording. Okay, we are. Go ahead, Aaron.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Arnice. And definitely, Arnice, as we go along, feel free to chime in if there's any specific questions that you want to answer throughout, or we can certainly answer them at the end as well.
Okay.
Well, good evening. My name is Aaron Parker. I'm from Ashton Farms and QSP. Great to be with you this evening, and looking forward to spending some time kind of walking through this upcoming year's fall product program. So first of all, one of the things I love to do each year is share updates of the family. So across the miles, here's an update just kind of on where everybody is. First of all, we've got Lauren. She is my oldest. She is 13 years old, going on 17. It's crazy. Definitely firstborn, very responsible, not like me at age 13. Of course, my 11-year-old son, Joshua, is next in line there, and he's 11 and is about as mature as I was at 13. So right in line there. My middle is Naomi. She's right there at age 7. She just thinks she knows everything, and she's my rule follower right there in the center. And then for those of you that may have seen updates in the past, you'll notice that we have 2 new additions. So we just got back from Bogota, Colombia about 6 weeks ago and adopted Miriam and then her little brother, Caleb. And so you got photos of them right there as well. So we're a family of 5 all of a sudden, and we definitely had to get a bigger vehicle. But just wanted to give you all an update of the family. So now we're talking about the upcoming program here. Overall, the theme is Lead the Way, and it's all about GIRL. It's about being a go-getter, innovator, risk taker, and leader. And those are all the key things related to the program. And that just dovetails right into our next slide, which talks about the fall product program. It's really the first program of the year as girls really start to put in place those entrepreneurial skills. So definitely the fall product program is just around the corner. As I mentioned earlier, I'm from Ashton Farms, and that's where all the chocolates, nuts, and candies come from, all those goodies. And definitely each of you will have a sampling of all the new items that you'll be able to pick up from the local service center for your trainings with the troops. In addition, the items from QSP, which is out of Nashville, Tennessee there. We've got magazines, we also have tumblers, and some organic veggies, and then some other new items that we'll highlight in just a little bit during this training. QSP is located out in Nashville, Tennessee, and then Ashton Farms is based out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, which is just outside Milwaukee. And we actually have a chocolate factory about an hour down the road near Madison where all the chocolates are made. Think Willy Wonka, that's exactly what it's like. The program itself runs from October 1st through the 24th. As I mentioned before, the fall product program really ties in well to the entrepreneurial skills that girls learn through Girl Scouting. They learn valuable leadership skills through this program, really focus on the 5 skills that girls learn. Troops are able to earn startup funds early in the year to do amazing things, just a few trips kind of highlighted there. And then also it helps to sustain and expand all the great programs available to girls through Girl Scouting. So, of course, each year we have a new theme directly tied to the program itself. Last year we had superhero cats, and for those that are cat lovers, it was like an amazing year for you. And of course, we heard from the dog lovers, though, that they wanted their year. And so certainly we don't want to leave anybody out. So this year we've got our program theme tied into service. Specifically, we know that Girl Scouting is around serving others. And so great tie-in to that program is around service animals, specifically service dogs. So we've got this year's theme, Speak Up, Lead the Way. And then we have 2 dog mascots. The first one on the top is a Labrador Retriever named Lucy, who's one type of service dog. And then down at the bottom there we have another type, our Dalmatian, Dottie, who is a great tie-in to first responders or firefighters. So great ways to be able to highlight service, but then also have a fun mascot tie-in as well. And it's your year, you dog lovers. In addition to the new theme this year, we also have a variety of different program materials as well tied into the program. Within Unify, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, which is the new software for the fall product program, we have a number of different troop activity pages that are found within Unify. So if you're, depending on which program level your troop is, you can basically go into Unify, and if you're a Girl Scout Daisy troop, you can basically get the activity piece tied to that specific program level. If you're an Ambassador Girl Scout troop, you can use that program activity piece. So that's available on Unify, which we'll highlight a little bit later. There's also a goal chart as well. So those troops or those individual girls that would like to track progress towards their goals, they're able to use that goal chart and find that within Unify as well. So what's new for fall 2018? Well, we've got a variety of new things. Each year we have kind of the basics of the program, but I just wanted to call out a few of the new things for those of you that may have been part of the program for a number of years. Of course, for the rookies, everything's new. Those that are doing the program for the very first time in this new service unit role. We've got a number of new nut products, which we'll talk about in just a few moments. We also have the opportunity this year where girls are able to send an email invitation to friends and family, and being able to offer them the opportunity to order nuts online, pay for them with a credit card, and then have them girl delivered. So all the items off the nut order card, now girls are able to invite friends and family to be able to make a purchase online with a credit card and then have them girl delivered so that you can avoid the shipping charges. In addition, we've got a number of different online opportunities as well, online only products, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And then we've got some new business tools as well. We've got a new online store that is much more graphic-based, making it for a much better, easier shopping experience for friends and family to be able to support their favorite Girl Scout. Let's talk about new products this year. So our first one is the Girl Scout vintage camera tin. So it's actually a model of a Girl Scout camera line. Girl Scouts a number of years ago used to actually have Girl Scout cameras, and so this is based off from one of these cameras. We've actually seen this in some of the council offices across the country. So this is available this upcoming fall. I joke that I'm sure we'll get a call into customer care. Somebody saying, hey, my camera doesn't work, but these are not actual cameras. These are tins, replicas. And inside of that, we've got the Mint Treasures, which is a great product tie-in with Girl Scouting. And each of these are individually wrapped and have the Girl Scout trefoil on them. In addition, each year we have our holiday tin as well. This year we have Polar Pals, which has featured a penguin and a polar bear. Inside there are chocolate-covered pretzels. This is typically one of the top sellers within the council because it makes just a great gift item around the holidays, around the Christmas time frame. So this is definitely a great, great gift item. And then my new favorite product is the Buffalo Ranch Pretzel Mix. If you like it spicy, you'll like this. If you don't like it spicy, you'll actually like this as well. This product is a great mix of really neither of those. It just kind of lands right in the flavorful category. It's not so much the buffalo flavoring as much as the ranch taste. And so if you like the taste of ranch on products, this is going to be right up your alley. It's a combination of pretzels. It's got a number of different nut items in there, and it's in the resealable stand-up bag as well. So this is great, especially around the sports in the fall. This is just those type of items you want to take with you to the game. So really exciting new item that should do well in the lineup this fall. As I mentioned earlier, we also have the option this year for girls to be able to offer the option to do girl delivered. And basically this is for friends and family that may be in the local area, friends and family that Girl Scout may see, who may live out of state, but they're going to come home for, let's say, something like Thanksgiving. And so basically the way it works is next to each of the email addresses that Girl Scout is going to send to friends and family, there's a little toggle switch. Up above it, it says offer girl delivered. And basically, if you want to toggle on and offer that option to offer girl delivered, you can give them that option, giving those friends and family that you give the girl delivered option to the opportunity to be able to order online, pay with a credit card, and have those items girl delivered. So this is really an exciting new option for those that really want to avoid, let's say, shipping charges. But then also, we know that a number of girls just do the online order taker. So this is a great opportunity to help with money collection around those nut items, and just simply by sending emails to family and friends. The way it works is if you toggle on and offer the option for girl delivered, they're going to get an email. And once they click on the online nut store, there's going to be a link or an image to be able to shop and order items online and pay for shipping if you choose to do that, all 25 plus Girl Scout items. Or the other option is you can select girl delivered as a customer and basically be able to select from all of the items on the nut order taker, pay with a credit card, and then be able to have those direct shipped. I did want to mention that those who don't get the girl delivered option, they basically get an email that then gives them the opportunity to click on the online nut store, order online of the 25 Girl Scout items, pay for shipping, and have that delivered to them. So if they don't get the online girl delivered option, they don't know any better. But it's a great opportunity. We're really excited about this. There is a processing fee or convenience charge associated with that of $1.25 if they do online girl delivered and place an order. So whether you order one item through girl delivered or 100 items, it doesn't matter. It's a flat rate of $1.25 for the entire transaction. And of course, as I mentioned before, if they don't want to do girl delivered or if they're not offered that option, they can always order on the online nut store, pay for shipping, and have any one of the 25 plus Girl Scout items directly shipped to them. I mentioned earlier that there's a number of online options available as well. So these are all items that are basically direct shipped to that Girl Scouts friend or family. So the only items that girls will ultimately ever deliver is the nut items found on the nut order taker. All other items are basically purchased online and directly shipped to the customer. So let's talk about a few of those. The first one is we piloted last year and did a full rollout of the tumblers. This year, they're actually Tervis branded tumblers. So that's a big upgrade to the program. These are tumblers that have the Tervis lifetime guarantee. So if you drop one of these things from a 6-story building, they're going to replace it free of charge. So it's got that lifetime guarantee on it. We've got a number of different tumblers available. We've got all of the Major League Baseball teams. We've got a number of different college and university tumblers. We've also got some great everyday tumblers as well. So one of my favorites is My Kids Have Paws, featured there in the middle. These are made in the United States. We got a lifetime guarantee on it and keeps drinks both hot and cold. In addition, we also have stainless steel tumblers as well. These are 30-ounce tumblers that have double wall vacuum. They're insulated, BPA free, and have a variety of colors as well. Once again, we have the organic veggies as well. One of the things I shared at training last year was if anybody had stories or pictures to share about their organic veggies, that I definitely wanted to see them from this past year, because of course we guarantee that these things will grow, and even if you forget to water them, we guarantee it. So here's just a few pictures that folks have sent us from some of these organic veggies that they've grown. So it's a great tie-in to a number of different Girl Scout programs. You can really start your own Girl Scout garden and a variety of different fun varieties there. One of them is we've got pumpkin this year, and then we also have squash as well. And then my new favorite, also available online, is the opportunity to be able to purchase candles, a variety of different candles actually. We tested this last year, did extremely well. Friends and family loved this. Basically, we've got some of the top selling fragrances. We've got kind of the Yankee inspired versions along the top there. We also have the lantern candle featured there towards the middle on the left. That is actually, it burns different fragrances as you burn through the candle. At the top it's a blueberry, the middle it's a vanilla, towards the bottom it's a cherry fragrance. We also have there in the middle the pumpkin candle, as well as on the right hand side there we've got the beehive candle as well. It's a honey butter. Just absolutely amazing fragrances there. And so what's exciting about these two is they're well made. They have what's called true fragrance, which means whether you're burning at the top or the very bottom, it's going to have a consistent fragrance. They're all manufactured in the United States. And then one of my favorite parts about this new addition is that 100% of the wicking process is actually completed by a special needs partnership right there within your council. And so it's very cool. These are adults, whether they work 5 minutes or several hours, basically being able to provide part of a living for themselves through this process. So really excited about that. And of course, we also have with candles, new this year, we have a Girl Scout collectible candle as well. This is a ceramic candle. It features current outdoor badges that are part of Girl Scouting. It's a 20-ounce candle, and it is Macintosh apple. Just smells absolutely unbelievable. It's really, really good. And a Macintosh apple is a great combination with an outdoor badge patch. Now, I did want to mention too, with all the tumblers, organic veggies, and candles, if you order any combination of those items, these inedible items, basically if you reach $60 in online sales as a customer, you get free shipping on these items. So you may order a tumbler, maybe order a couple candles, any combination thereof. You reach $60, it's free shipping on these items. Last but not least, other new things here, we have some improved business tools. I can't help but highlight the Girl Business Cards. Inside the Girl packets, there's a set of 8 business cards in there. These are hugely successful as part of the fall product program. It's basically an opportunity for that Girl Scout to hand her own business card to friends and family, share with them the vision of what she hopes to accomplish through the program, what her troop's hoping to do, and then friends and family go online, they order, and then the items directly ship to the customer and all credit back to that individual Girl Scout. If you'd like additional business cards, those are also available on the Girl Dashboard and Unify as well, which we'll share with you in just a little bit. Last but not least, we have a new online store this year as well. For those of you that may be familiar with the online store before, it was very wordy, a lot of text. And the reality is, now that over 70% of the folks are making purchases through mobile devices, text is not going to cut it anymore. So as you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner there, we redesigned our site to be big, bold, and visual. First and foremost with the Girl Scout photo right there on the left-hand side. Whether it's her photo, a selfie, or some other fun image, she selects that. Featured right at the top of the online store. It's got her name, first name there. It's got her council name and then her goal. And then featured down below there are big, bold, beautiful images. So whether it's shopping for magazines, maybe it's shopping for candles, those images are there. As you move through the site, that Girl Scout's always at the top, reminding the customer that that's who they're supporting, and then they can shop through the top selling items by category there. We've got the big search bar at the top there. So think Amazon, kind of that model. And then the other thing I need to mention too is that the online store is viewable in Espanol as well, in Spanish. You click on Espanol there at the top, it basically translates the whole site to Spanish. So for those that may prefer to, or it may be easier for them to view the site in Spanish, that is easy to do. And of course, if it's not, you've clicked Espanol, you can switch right back over to English and continue through the shopping experience as well. So that's new this year, and very excited about this improved shopping experience. So everything that Girl Scout needs to participate is found inside that Girl packet. I'm sure some of you are wondering though, hey, we've got everything in the Girl Scout packet. Where is the permission form in the Girl family guide? And I'm happy to report that it's actually inside of the Girl packet. For those of you that are wondering, what we've done this year is we've actually inserted those pieces directly into the Girl packets that you have received. So it will make it easier for you to basically provide these to your troop. Just count them out, provide them to your troop, and then they can get those to the girls, and you're good to go. So we wanted to simplify that process for you as much as possible. So that's where you'll find those custom print materials now. Basically for all items, whether it's nuts, magazines, organic veggies, tumblers, or candles, all those items, whether they're sold in person or online, the troop will receive 15% in troop proceeds. That's an increase. Last year was our first time to move from 10 to 15% in troop proceeds, one of the highest in the country. So it's a great opportunity for those troops to be able to earn startup funds early in the year. So in order to participate in the program, all girls must be registered to participate, of course, in the 2018 Fall Product Program. Troop leaders just need to make sure that the girls show up on the MyGS page within the software Salesforce that they use. And then girls will be uploaded into Unify by Council. All of those registered Girl Scouts that are registered for the upcoming membership year will be included within Unify before the start of the program, and during, of course, as well as they register. And we'll upload them directly into Unify. So there's really two primary ways to participate. The first one we refer to as offline. That's where basically we have an opportunity to sell nuts and magazines in person to friends and family directly to them. And then we have online with Unify, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. This is where girls send emails to family and friends, texts, Facebook, a variety of different communication opportunities, offering the opportunity to purchase items online. First, we're going to talk about those offline opportunities, and that would be the nut order taker. Inside that girl packet that you've received to share with the troops and ultimately with the girls, you'll find the nut order taker in there. It's got 15 different nut, chocolate, and candy items as part of the lineup this fall. You'll find at the end of the nut order taker as well, there's an opportunity to be able to make a donation as part of the SHARE program as well. This is where customers can make a $6 donation towards nuts for our local community food bank of New Jersey. Now in fall 18, that opportunity is also available online. It's part of online Girl Delivered, as well as part of when a customer orders and has items shipped to themselves as well. In both of those instances, they'll be able to make a $6 donation towards a SHARE program nut item, and that item will be basically included in the totals there. And troops will still earn 15% in troop proceeds on each of those items, and girls earn credit towards nut recognitions. If that Girl Scout reaches 5 donations, and it can be a combination of on the nut order taker, could be with Girl Delivered, or it could be on the online nut store. If she gets 5 of those donations, she earns the SHARE patch as part of the program as well. So really excited about this new online opportunity. We know we had a lot of success, or heard of a lot of success with the cookie program, with folks making donations online. So this is a great new addition that'll help the Girl Scouts to reach their goals. In addition to the nut order taker in person, you can also order magazines as well in person. Fewer and fewer people are ordering this way. More and more are ordering online. It's just so much more convenient. If you order your magazines online, it gets sent directly to the publisher then and there. Typically, you can even get weekly magazines starting within just a few weeks. Of course, with paper magazines, though, we know some folks still order that way. What happens there is basically they complete that form, and then they take that order in person. They complete it. They return the white and yellow copy to that Girl Scout. Ultimately comes back to the troop and then back to you at the service unit, and then we'll provide you with send-in envelopes to QSP right around the time that those are due. What's important there is that those get turned in as quickly as possible, because basically we'll get those processed, and it takes a while. Folks will get their magazines in January and February. So definitely a longer process with the paper order forms. So certainly if folks want to order online, it'll be much faster. Last but not least, that pink copy, that is a customer's receipt. So it's important for them to hold on to that because if they have any questions about their magazine order, they will want to check out that number and make a phone call. All right, so that was in person. Now let's talk about online. That's really where a lot of the changes for this upcoming fall are occurring. And so I want to walk you through that and take you through exactly what is Unify. Well, a couple different things here up at the top. Last year we had the QSP site where girls sent emails to family and friends, which was one platform. And then the other platform, the second platform, was Nutty, where ultimately the troop volunteer would enter in nut orders on that platform. So 2 different sites, transmissions happening between those sites. What Unify is, it's one site in one location with one login. So we've made it much, much easier, not only for the girl and family, for the troop, but also for you as a service unit volunteer. It's a council-driven design. We not only had a number of councils that helped us build this, it's an ongoing feedback from them because they have direct contact with the volunteers, with the girls and families. We had 11 councils participate last year and test this for us. So the good news for you is we've worked out any kinks and we're ready to go. And the important thing too is when we designed this, we wanted to make sure that it was intuitive. We didn't want to have a volunteer or a family have to look at a 50-page guide. We wanted them to be able to jump right in, be able to navigate the site very, very easily. And so that's what we've done through this software. It's one platform, one set of data. As you may have remembered from last year, that those of you that participated, we used to do transmissions overnight where if you had a sale on one day, you'd have to wait for the next day for it to show up in Nutty. That's no longer. It's real-time information. It shows up right away. I think one of the most exciting things for me is that the one login through one email that's occurring. Basically, if you oversee the service unit, you may also oversee one or more troops. You may also have one or more Girl Scouts. Basically, you're able to access that all through one email address. So basically, you can conduct all of your Girl Scout work in the fall all through one email address and move between those dashboards. So really to simplify things for volunteers, for families, more than anything. And it's fully integrated. The Unify's got all of the online sales in it, all of the in-person, offline sales in it as well. So one site to be able to participate in the entire fall product program. Last but not least is fully mobile responsive. This is what it means. Basically, all the same functionality that works on your desktop or on your laptop will also work on your tablet device or your mobile device. So there's no handicap for using your mobile device. All of the functions and features are accessible. The layout's different though, of course, because a mobile device experience is much different than a desktop experience, but all the functionality between both of those devices or whatever device you're accessing Unify from is available. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to walk through the Girl dashboard. Then we'll spend some time in some of the other dashboards. Now, the important thing here is that the Girl dashboard has very few changes for this upcoming fall. You actually used Unify last year, the girls and parents specifically, and didn't even realize it. And so now we've rebranded it Unify and basically carried forward many of those same functions and features. So it won't be a big change. Even with the new software, it won't be a dramatic change for girls and families. It's actually a number of enhancements. So they'll still compose emails the same way. They'll also upload emails just like they've always done. And I should mention at this point that if the Girl Scout participated online last year, we actually carried through all those same emails again. So you can just simply click on the emails you'd like to resend to again this year, and you're able to launch to them. And then also, if you'd like to review any of the sales, anyone that made a purchase last year for nuts or magazines, you're able to see all of those sales once again in Unify. And then last but not least, just like you were able to text and use social media last year, you're able to use it in that same way again this year with Facebook or maybe texting as well. So again, a familiar interface for those girls and families. What is new for this year for them is, as we mentioned before, online Girl Delivered. The way that works, it's under the email tab. And what happens is they send those invitations out. You basically toggle if you want to offer the option or not by individual email addresses. So all those friends and family in the area are going to basically turn it on and offer that option. You'll send it. They make a purchase, and the orders automatically show up in Unify. So there's not anything that the Girl Scout ever has to do to be able to enter those online Girl Delivered orders in. System automatically adds those. Girls gets notification of those. No action is needed. They're basically submitted. Those online Girl Delivered orders are submitted along with the in-person orders for the Girl Scout. So what that means is basically all the product through a combination of both the order taker and anything ordered online and paid with a credit card for Girl Delivered is all going to be totaled up, shipped to you as a service unit. All the reports will reflect that. You'll hand out the product to the troops, and then ultimately they'll provide it to the Girl Scouts. So all the reporting basically adds up both the order taker and the online Girl Delivered. So all that product will come to you at the service unit level, and then ultimately will come to you'll give that to the troop, and then ultimately to the girl. And that Girl Scout basically, because all the money's collected online, will deliver that product to the customer, and there's no money to collect for that order since it's paid for at the time of order. Of course, other new things as part of Unify, we also have our My Creation. As I mentioned before, we've got our lab and Dalmatians this year. But of course, unlike cats, which kind of have a similar head shape and design, dogs tend to have a whole variety. So whether you're designing a lab, designing a Dalmatian, or any variety of different breeds, there's a variety of different head shapes there to help you along. One thing I did want to call out is there's a number of unlockable categories as well. If you send 15 or more emails, you can unlock some different vests. But my new favorite is if you actually include a Girl Scout image or your a selfie, or include just a fun image there within your emails going to friends and family. It unlocks the ability for you to actually be able to name your dog. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner there of that patch at the top, you'll see the name Lucy. And so you can actually name your dog if you include your Girl Scout photo or just a fun image as part of your emails going to family and friends. So a really exciting new addition there as Girl Scouts just get to basically be creative and design their own dog that uniquely reflects them. What is new this year, in addition, is the opportunity to be able to enter in the orders as well as select rewards at the girl and parent level. So basically, they can now enter the girls' in-person paper orders within Unify. You can see on the image off to the right-hand side there, you're able to enter in the total magazine orders as well as the total paper magazine order dollars. So those are right along the top there. They'll enter in those totals. And then further down, you'll see that they enter in the totals off the nut order taker as well. A couple things to note here. One is across the top there, it has a deadline where they need to enter that information in by a certain time, and then they get locked out. And then the troop has a few days, a couple days to be able to make an update to that order as needed. And then they'll get locked out, and use a service unit will have access and be able to make edits as well. So in our pilot year, we found that about 45 to 50% of the girls and parents actually entered in their nut totals off the order taker here. So definitely we know that there's a huge desire to be able to do that. And of course, I do want to mention all online sales will already be in Unify. So we're really just talking about the ability to enter in the totals off the nut order taker and the magazine order forms. Of course, for those troops that would still like to audit, they will be receiving the magazine order forms, because those should come into the troop, because those are ultimately going to come to use as service unit. So they can check those quantities there. And of course, for those troops that would still like to check the nut order taker as well, certainly they can ask for those to be handed in, or they could ask their parents maybe to take a picture and email or text it to them as well. So a variety of different things that they can do there in terms of review. In addition, you can select rewards as well. So those options or those levels where there are different options, that Girl Scout and parent are able to pre-select those items right at the very beginning. So if the Girl Scout does reach that level, it automatically selects the item she would like. There's always a default item, and certainly she can change that at any point throughout the program. And it also shows which items that Girl Scout has earned along the way as well. So you'll see off to the right-hand side there, there's a little earned banner. And so next to each item in the image, if she's reached that level, it shows that she's earned it. And certainly at those levels in this example, where she can select an item, and this is not council specific here, but you can select a different item that she's earned or unearned up until the deadline that's shown at the very top. And so once they're locked out, then the troop has some time to review things. They're locked out, and the service unit has some time to review things as well. But they're locked out, and the girl reward order is submitted. On the back of the nut order taker, it showcases all of the different patch and girl reward opportunities that are available as part of the program. New this year, we have, I believe the My Patch creation might be one slide back, where basically the girls have an opportunity to be able to earn the My Patch creation if they reach $175 in online sales. So once they reach $175 in total online sales, that the Girl Scout gets an email that lets her finalize her design and then directly ship that to that parent's home address. I did want to mention at this point too is that now that online Girl Delivered is part of the online experience, as well as the opportunity to make nut donations online as well through the SHARE program, all of those sales count towards this online patch. So there's a whole new variety of opportunities in terms of online sales so that girls will be able to earn this patch. In addition, we also have the DigiGirl Go-Getter patch this year. It's a personalized combo patch with the girl's first name featured there right on the top. Off the left-hand side of the patch, we have this year's theme mascot for the fall product program. And off to the right, we have the Narwhal, which is part of the cookie program for the 2019 cookie program. Girls earn that if they sell online, and it can be online magazines, online nuts, or a combination thereof. If they get to 6 online items sold online, and then if they get 12 items in the cookie program, 12 packages of cookies through Smart Cookies Direct Ship, they're able to earn this patch featured off to the right-hand side. They'll have the council name on it, and then also should be able to basically get an email after the cookie program is completed, and she's earned this, where she can include her Girl Scout name or nickname, and then she will get this patch directly shipped to her parents' home address. Now I'm going to take you through some of the screenshots for Unify from a volunteer perspective, both at the troop level that you'll be training to, as well as for you at the service unit level. Just like with the girl dashboard, having very few changes, the same is on the troop dashboard as well. Your troop volunteers that used the QSP site last year will actually log in and see a very similar experience there as well. Really, the only addition for the troop level volunteer will be the Manage Orders tab, which is now available at the very end that you can see that on the right-hand side. So let's start with your dashboard at service unit level. Tomorrow, you'll be receiving a launch email to Unify, and essentially this will give you the opportunity to be able to log directly into Unify at the service unit level. You'll basically be able to set up a password. Now, here is one caveat. If for some reason you have logged in or participated in the QSP portion before, it may have a login name and password email and password from last year there. If you don't remember it, there is a forgot password option, and so you'll be able to reset your password. Of course, that's important because also for the troop, as well as for the girl dashboard and parents as well, they will be able to, if they've forgotten their passwords, be able to reset that on their own as well. That's an important new feature because those of you that participated with Nutty in the past, remember how you used to have to set up unique passwords every year, and if they forgot it, you'd have to remind them or reset it up again. With Unify, it's all self-service. So if that troop volunteer or that Girl Scout and Girl Scout parent forgets their password, they're able to reset that on their own. Once you log into Unify, or your troops log in, first thing we encourage you and them to do is basically to update their contact information under My Info. But before we do that, if we click on the upper left-hand corner in Unify, there's 3 lines. It's called the Burger menu. This is where you're able to access all the different features that are part of Unify. Easy to navigate, but down in the left-hand, in the Burger menu, down towards the bottom there on the right-hand side, it says Switch Roles, as you'll see on the screen in front of you. That's where you're able to switch between dashboards. As I mentioned before, once you've logged in, if you oversee the service unit, but maybe you have 1 or more troops and maybe also have 1 or more Girl Scouts, you're able to, through the Switch Roles function, be able to move between those different dashboards. And you're also able to access a number of different reports there at each of those different dashboard levels, financial reports, rosters, reports, and many, many other features. We do have a number of different training tools that are part of Unify as well. We know that folks have a variety of different learning styles. So one of the things we've done is we've created a number of different 1 to 2 minute videos. We've actually created 25 of these videos at the girl dashboard, troop dashboard, and service unit dashboard level. So if you have a question about how does a girl enter in a nut order into Unify, there's a video about that. There's a question for you as a service unit about which type of delivery ticket should I print when the troops are picking up product. There's a video on that. So there's a variety of different videos that are available. The way you access those once you log into Unify is you'll see that information trefoil visible right there in the middle left-hand side. It's got the little number 3 and a circle right on it. You want to, as soon as you log in, remember to click on that because it'll pull up a menu just like that in the middle. Where basically be able to see current sales, messages, and then program information. And that's where you find these online trainings at. In addition, we've got a number of different quick reference guides as well. No, we don't have a 50-page guide for you, but we do have a number of different 1 to 2 page guides at the service unit troop and girl dashboard levels, where essentially you're able to see kind of a quick reference guide. And those are available under that same Girl Scout trefoil under program info and activities. In addition, we've got question marks throughout Unify. This is my favorite feature because I'm more of one of those that likes to just kind of dive into a software, and if I have a question, give me the answer along the way. And so that's why I've got the question mark question mark icon throughout Unify. Basically, if you hover over that question mark on each of the different screens, that'll tell you what information you need to know at that point within Unify. I mentioned earlier the circle in the Girl Scout trefoil. In this case, you can see in the left-hand corner there the number 3. This means that you logged in and have 3 missed posts. One of the things that Council is able to do is actually post a message. And you can see if you've got different missed messages there through that number 3. Just like in your mobile device today, if you see that little circle and a number, you know you've missed a message. Same thing holds true here. Not only can Council post a message to you, so you see it when you log in, but also you can post troops as well. So this is a great tool, resource for you to be able to reach out to your troops throughout the program and update them on important information. As you log in, we do ask you to update your My Info, not only for you, but also for your troops when they log in. This is important because we need to know how to get a hold of you, and if the information we have is current. I did want to mention at this point too, where it says preferred phone number, make sure that's a number that you want your troops to contact you at. Because when they log into the dashboard, they're going to see your contact name, they're going to see your email address, and then they're also going to see your preferred phone number if they need to reach out to you. So definitely make sure there's a number in there, and that is truly your preferred number that you'd like your troops to reach out to you if they have any questions about the program. When you log in, if you go under rosters under the burger menu, you will see when you click on that, there's 3 different tabs. There's a service unit, troop, and girl tab. Right now, you can see the service unit tab is in fuchsia. That means that tab is selected, and these are the users that are part of your service unit. Of course, if you're logged in, you'll see your name there. If there's also another product manager for your service unit, maybe you share that responsibility, you'll see their name in there as well. There's a number of different role designations you can have within Unify. You can have a product manager for 1 or more individuals, so you'll be identified as that. Also, you'll have a delivery station manager. This is the person that's going to receive the product, and our niece from Council will coordinate with you delivery dates and contact information and all of that forthcoming. But you also have a paperwork manager. Of course, the paperwork's already been sent, so that's not relevant this year. But what is relevant is that final designation reward manager. You'll want to check the box of the person that's going to receive the rewards at the end of the program. Because whoever box is checked next to that name, that's the address where the rewards will be shipped to at the end of the program. So do make sure, if you're that person, to check that box so that the rewards get sent to the correct address. If you click on the Troops tab, what you'll see there is all of the troops that are part of your specific service unit. So you'll see those troops listed for your specific service unit. And if you click on any of those, you'll be able to see the troop users that are associated with that specific troop as well. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the ability to post messages, but also there's the ability to send email messages as well within Unify. If you select on the troop dashboard the messaging tab, or for you as a service unit into the burger menu, one of the pull down options is messaging. When you click on that, it brings you to a page just like this on the left hand side where you can send email messages to your troops or your troops and your girls within your service unit. You can select 1 or more troops or all of them, whatever combination, update them via email. That email gets sent to their email address that they're using as part of the Unify software. That goes directly to their email address. And then if they reply back to you, it'll come to your email address as well. You don't have to log into Unify to be able to see email that you've received back from your troops. You do have a history, though, under email records on the right-hand portion there. If you click on that tab, that'll show you the history of emails that you've sent, the content of those, who you sent them to, and the date and contact information. So that's an important piece. And then, as I mentioned earlier, you can post messages as well to all of your troops. So if you've got upcoming dates or key things that are part of the program that you'd like to keep them updated about, that are timely. You can post those messages there, and you can even put a date end on those posts as well if they're time sensitive there. Now let's talk about a few screens specific to the troop dashboard. This is when your troops are going to log into Unify and be able to see their specific dashboard. One of those specific items is the girl activity page. When they log in, this is the first page that they're going to see. They'll actually see all the girls that are currently imported into Unify and their participation. So one of the first things I notice is those Girl Scouts that have a bright, colorful My Creation. It means they've designed them and they're ready to go. Those that have kind of a gray image means they've not created their patch yet. Next to each name, there's a little square. So for example, if we want to encourage Amy and Ashley to build their My Creations, you can click the box next to their names and a little email icon pops up and you can send an email to them encouraging them to build their My Creation. So one of the fun aspects to this too is that you can build your own My Troop Creation photo. It has all the My Creations for your troops. So it's a great way to commemorate the program year. In addition, let's say, for example, Ava P, or maybe actually Beth T there off the right-hand side, is my favorite Girl Scout, and she may in fact be my daughter. You can click on that shopping cart and go directly to her store and to be able to help her to reach her goal as well. You'll see next to each girl's My Creation as well. There are online different email sent stats there for each Girl Scout, so you can see how they're participating. And then as they participated in different aspects, like maybe added a photo, did social media, or texted, puts little check marks next to each of those as well. So you're able to encourage and see how the girls are participating in the fall product program as part of your troop. One of my favorite aspects of the fall product program is the 59-minute quick start. Number of different things I love about this. It is accessible from the troop dashboard. It's right there at the very top, big and bold. There's a great website that helps to support this activity, because here's what I love about it. One is it's a troop activity. It's a wonderful opportunity to bring your troop together and participate in one evening, one afternoon in the fall product program to get things started as part of the program. So great troop activity. It's 59 minutes. It's not an hour. If you tell me it's an hour, it seems like a long time. 59 minutes seems really fast. But then last but not least, the third aspect to it is it teaches an amazing skills. Would be the ability to talk to friends and family over the phone. You would not believe that skill that has so been missed, the ability to communicate with friends and family. We're in a world now where it's really texting and emailing or social media. So this is a great opportunity for those Girl Scouts to be able to reach out to friends and family and directly communicate to them the ability of talking about what our troops hoping to do, what I'm hoping to accomplish through the program, and get that commitment from friends and family. It's a great way then too, once you get that commitment, to send them a text. They can order online and purchase that way, and it directly tracks back to that Girl Scout. Or they can, of course, place an order over the phone as well when they're talking to those friends and family. As I mentioned a little bit ago, there's a website linked at the very top of the troop dashboard where there's got great videos where it can show a troop how to do one of these. Got great resources there as well. And of course, if the Girl Scout participates, she can earn her very own 59-minute quick start patch as well as part of this activity. But the biggest new piece for the troops as part of their troop dashboard is the ability to manage orders within Unify. When you click on that specific tab, you'll see at the very top there's some upcoming deadlines that identify for that troop when they need to place their nut and magazine order within Unify. And then what you get to see here is a number of different things. One of those is each of the girls that are part of the troop. And listed there, you can see we've got 3 different girls that are part of the troop. And it looks like Julie Juliet's the only one that's entered in any orders yet. So if you click on that pencil next to Julie Juliet, it'll basically pull up anything that she's entered for her specific order. So it could be a combination of magazines, could be a combination of those nut order taker orders that maybe that Girl Scout parent entered in there. And you can make any adjustments there or edits there at the troop level. And remember, the girl and parent has up till a certain date at the end of the program to be able to enter those orders in. Then they're locked out, and the troop has the ability to edit those as they choose. Next to each girl's name on the left-hand side there, if you check the pencil or click that, you can edit a girl's order. If you click on the email icon, you could actually click on that email icon. If I wanted to reach out to Judy Jr., I click on that email icon and I can send an email directly to that Girl Scouts parent. In addition, it's not visible on this specific screen there, but there's also will be a phone icon. So if that girl, maybe that troop volunteer has a question about Juliet order and it's urgent, she'll be able to click on that phone icon and directly reach out to that girl or parent, the Girl Scouts parent, I should say, from that mobile device that she's maybe doing her troop business on, or she may be on her desktop and she can get that number as well. You'll see the total sales for each girl, and then you also see the balance due. Basically, that just takes into account order taker sales and those in-person magazine orders, because that's the only thing that troop's going to have to collect money for from that Girl Scout. Any online sales are automatically deducted out of the balance due because that money's already been collected online. Last thing is at the very end there, you can keep track of girl payments at the troop level. So as you receive payments for those in-person nut sales or those in-person magazine sales, you're able to take that money, keep a record of it within the payments there as well. Last but not least, once you've reviewed or entered in all the girls' nut and magazine orders, and again, only those in-person orders, all the online sales automatically show up there. You're able to submit that troop order at the troop level and basically locked out. And you as a service unit know when you view their specific troop level orders that they're complete with their orders. Lastly, there are lots and lots of reports that are part of Unify. One of the things that we did between last year's pilot and this year was we wanted to make sure that all the reports were visible within Unify. And so we've done that. We've carried all those reports over from Nutty and made them visible here on Unify. So if you're logging at the service unit level, you're able to see service unit reports, troop level reports, girl level reports. Of course, if you log in this case here, at the troop level, you're able to see a variety of different troop and girl reports. So basically, we've carried over all those reports from Nutty to Unify. And the other thing we wanted to mention was that we didn't rename all the reports. With all the changes going on with this great new software this year, we wanted to make sure that the T1, the T2, the G1, the G2, and the content that you're familiar with from Nutty, it was carried over this year to Unify as well. So those reports have common naming, which we've done to simplify things. You basically can access all those reports from the burger menu under reports. In order to keep up to date on all the different things that are happening through the fall product program, we've got the GSCS NJ Nuts app. And so you can basically download that from the Team App application through your smartphone, or if you just need to search that under the apps on your device, you can search GSCS NJ Nuts. Or you can go to the link listed down below here from any device with internet access, and you can get to it there as well. If you participated and use this app with the cookie program, you're able to basically use your existing account as well from Team App. And we're basically going to have important dates listed there. We'll have links to Unify. Also, we'll have a volunteer troop level training available there, as well as we'll have this recorded and available. And then we'll use that with push notifications and tips throughout the fall product program. So definitely download this to your device so we can make sure to keep in touch with you. Thank you. We could not do this program without all of your efforts and all the work that you do for the girls. And so thank you for all of your time and your energy. And with that said, I'm going to turn it over to our niece again to see if we have any specific questions we need to tackle.
Yes, Aaron, thank you for your presentation. We do have one question. So it's from Sue. She says, so a girl has to first offer girl delivered, then customer has to choose whether girl delivered or direct ship. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, up front, the Girl Scout basically decides if she wants to offer girl delivered or not. And then she sends that invitation. Certainly, if that Girl Scout realizes that she sent the email but didn't offer it but wants to go back and turn that on and offer it, she can do that and resend that email. That's no problem. And then basically once the customer gets an invitation, they have the opportunity to either just purchase off the direct ship store, or if they've been offered the option for online girl delivered, they can do the online girl delivered or shop the direct store, whichever one they choose.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? That was the only question we had. So I'll just give a few just to see if someone else has any more questions. Teresa, I can send you, since you missed the beginning, I can send you, we'll send out the recorded webinar link so that you can hear more about the Unify system. Preeti, yes, we'll send out the video for what's new this year. So basically it's just going to be this training. I also created, I didn't create short videos this year, it's one just big troop training. So it's basically kind of like this presentation and everything is in one. So when it comes to the products, new products, the Unify system, everything is in one big training. Someone asked, Stacy asked, when will the email be sent out to register and to Unify? So the email is going to be sent out tomorrow, actually. So we already sent Erin a list of all the service unit fall product program managers. So that'll be sent out tomorrow. When it comes to the troops, those emails will be sent out for the troop leaders, those will be sent out on September 13th. But please look out for following information about that because we're having a meeting with Marcia, who runs the Salesforce program for us. So we'll make sure that everybody who is the troop fall product program manager is labeled that in our Salesforce system. But we'll send out more detailed information about that. Let's see. Where can we get girl packets? If you need extra girl packets, we have them, but your service unit should have received your shipment of girl packets already. So if you didn't receive your shipment, please email me or Shannon asking about your girl packets. Okay, so you had a question. I'm sorry, Julie, people. Okay, does the paperwork we sent to you at the end stay the same as before? So Erin, I had that question for you. Are they going to be shipping that directly to you, correct?
Yes, what I'll do is basically a couple weeks before everything's due, so probably towards the mid-October, I will send to each service unit, basically, who's ever overseen the fall product program, essentially a UPS label for those magazine order forms. So basically, the white copies, you'll basically put in some kind of envelope and just basically attach that. And you can drop that by any UPS or any UPS drop site, basically. And then I'll get into QSP. We do ask that you hold on to the yellow copies because there is the occasion that UPS loses things, and we don't want that to happen. So yellow copies you hold on to at the service unit level for a year, we ask. And then the white copies, basically, you'll mail those into UPS and into QSP. And again, I'll mail those to you in mid-October.
Okay, let's see. When will okay, I answered that question. Oh, I think that's it. That's all the questions. If you have any more questions, like I said, you can email me or Shannon and we can get those questions answered. We have been uploading everything to the GSC S&J Nuts app. So I'm going to have Shannon send out an email with the information on how you access the Nuts app. Most of you guys, I'm sure, have already been using it. Just so you know, that's where the troop training is going to be on there. Last year we did troop webinar trainings. Didn't really go too well. Maybe like the most 10 people went to the training. For each training, we had 3 separate trainings. So this year I just decided to just do a whole video of the training. So troop fall product program troop managers can look at it on their own time. So just thank you again, Erin, for doing this presentation tonight. And if you guys have any more questions, please email us to let us know. Oh, and I also want to mention, when it comes to the service unit fall product program manager, we are doing them as digital forms this year. I started that for the cookie season, and it's just so much easier and it saves on paper. So tomorrow you will be getting the email one with the recorded, a link to the recorded webinar that we did tonight, information about the Nuts app, and then also the link to the Google form in order to fill out your agreement form. So if that's it and there's no other questions, I want everyone to have a good night and thank you.